No matter how small you may feel, God's care for you is deeply personal. Welcome to His Time 365. Today is day 182, and we're reading Psalms 113 through 115. These chapters highlight God's greatness and His compassion, lifting up those who trust in Him. The Power of Praise. Lessons from Psalms 113 to 115. Have you ever felt the weight of the world on your shoulders? Maybe you've been overwhelmed with worries about family, work, or finances. Today, we explore Psalms 113 to 115, which remind us of the importance of praise and the sovereignty of God in our lives, no matter our circumstances. Psalm 113 opens with a powerful call to worship. It begins by encouraging us to praise ye the Lord, emphasizing how we should lift our voices in gratitude and adoration. The psalmist paints a beautiful picture of God's greatness. He is high above all nations, and His glory is beyond the heavens. Psalms 113:4. This reminder is profound. No matter how chaotic life gets, God remains in control, far above any situation we may face. As we dive deeper into this psalm, we see a striking contrast. While God is exalted, He doesn't remain distant. Instead, He looks down upon the humble and the needy. Psalms 113:6-7. This is a comforting thought. Imagine a busy CEO taking time to check in on the interns, or a celebrity reaching out to those struggling in their community. God does this and so much more. He cares for the lowly, lifting them from their struggles, much like a parent encouraging a child who's feeling down. This theme of elevation continues in our lives today. For instance, think about a time when you felt overlooked at work. Perhaps you were passed over for a promotion or your hard work went unnoticed. Remember, God sees you. He values your efforts and will lift you up in due time. Moving on to Psalm 114, we witness nature responding to God's power. The psalmist recounts how the sea fled and the mountains skipped like rams at God's presence. Psalms 114:3-4. This imagery is striking. It reminds us that even inanimate elements of the world recognize God's authority. In our daily lives, we often face challenges that seem insurmountable, whether it's a financial crisis or a mental health struggle. Just as the sea parted and the mountains moved for God, we can trust that our challenges can also shift when we place our faith in Him. Think of a time when you were worried about money. Maybe you weren't sure how you'd pay your bills, but somehow a solution appeared, a side job, a generous friend, or unexpected income. God's hand was at work even when you couldn't see it. Psalm 115 shifts focus slightly, reminding us that while we worship God, we should also be aware of the idols that surround us. The psalmist contrasts the living God with the lifeless idols that can neither speak nor see. Psalms 115:4-7. It's a call to examine what we truly worship. In today's world, idols can take many forms: money, status, or even our digital lives. Consider how often we check our phones or scroll through social media. Are we valuing the opinions of others more than our relationship with God? Just as the psalmist warns us, it's crucial to remember where our true worth lies. The psalm continues to affirm that those who trust in God will be blessed. Psalms 115:12. This is a promise worth holding on to. When we place our trust in Him, He will provide for us, whether it's guidance in our careers or peace in our homes. As we reflect on these three psalms, we see a recurring theme of hope, prayer, and reliance on God. Each section teaches us about God's greatness, His care for us, and the dangers of turning to worldly idols. This is an invitation to shift our focus back to Him and to praise. In our demanding lives, let's remember to take moments to lift our voices in praise. It doesn't have to be loud or grand. Perhaps it's a quiet moment of gratitude as you sip your morning coffee, or a prayer of thanks before bedtime. In summary, Psalms 113 to 115 urge us to recognize God's authority, embrace His care, and resist the distractions of modern life. As we navigate our challenges, let us remember to praise Him, trust Him, and find joy in His presence. God sees you, values you, and is ready to lift you up. Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 113 to 115, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Psalms 116 to 118, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 183. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.